Hello, darlings. It's Raymond with Haus of Darling Perfumier. How are you all? I hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. I have now made it to the weekend. We are on the precipice. It is the night for pre-Saturday night parties, and we're going to be here sniffing fragrances together. So welcome in, Alicia. How are you doing, darling? You are always a real one. I love you. Venkatier, how are you? It's good to see you. It's been a while since you and I have interacted. How have you been? Hello, Carolyn. What are you up to? How are you all? As you're coming in, let me know what your scent of the day or evening is. I wore today Tuberose Overdose by Banana Republic, one of my favorite houses. And I found out last night that this was an extrait version, where the regular version that I know and love is an eau de parfum. Did I find out a difference between them? Not really, but I love it the same. Ginger, apple, tuberose, deliciousness. I really like that fragrance. It's part of their Collezione Reservata. So if you haven't smelled it, get your nose on Tuberose Overdose. I'm doing very well, Van Cartier. I got off work. I am here with my refreshments. Is it water? Is it all vodka? The world may never know. And I have fragrances to smell with you all. So let me know what you are wearing. Alicia is wearing Amouage Myths Woman. Jakey Poo, my darling in love, is in here. Alicia's scent of the night is a Bojan Reserve number 52. I've never even heard of that brand. So let's go ahead and send this out. I got to send it to my mom because she's always like, I didn't get your invite. So let's go ahead and send it out to her. Let's get it out to Jamie and some other people and make sure we're getting everyone in here. So what are you all up to? What is your weekend's plans? What fragrances are you going to be purchasing or sniffing? I need to know about it all. We talked yesterday about some fragrances that I last purchased in 2024. I did post that on my YouTube, which is on my link tree. So go to my profile, go to my YouTube. I would really appreciate it if you'd go subscribe. I just passed 52 subscribers, so I can go live on YouTube. I want to build more of a platform there, start recording some long form content as well. So I would appreciate it if you would go support me over there. Now I have more fragrances from the last of 2024 to go through, and that's what we're going to be doing, and just talking and sniffing fragrances with y'all. The funnest thing that I love to do. Alicia, I'm not getting lit. I'm staying hydrated. No scent of the night, Carolyn? Sacrilege. But I kind of like it. Like very rebel. Van Cartier is wearing Tiziana Terenzi Expetta. I've never smelled that fragrance. My friend has D-Locks and it smells amazing on her. And then I've smelled Casanova and I really like the saltiness from Casanova, and it makes me want to try some more of Tiziana Terenzi. I do believe her brother PoaL, I think that's her brother, yes, PoaL. He's got a brand called Diato or something like that. Let me look it up. Their bottles are so cool. I've really been wanting to try that brand a lot. Let me know if you have. Let me see what they are here. Perfumes I want. Oh my gosh. I have to go through my whole list and try to find it here. Yes, Diato. D''OTTO. All the fragrances have names that are mathematical equations. They're simple ones, but there's and they all equal 8. So it's 7 plus 1. 6 plus 2. So I really like the naming conventions of that brand, and it's turned me on and I want to smell them. So let me know if you've ever tried Diato. Vicanto Terenzi. IK. I'm going to write that one down because I don't think I have ever smelt that one. Gordiano Bensere. Yes, siblings, I believe. I do believe they're brother and sister, yeah. Hello, Sean. Welcome in. How are you doing? And of course, Van Cartier, you do have them. You have 7+1 and 5+3. On my list that I just pulled up right now was 7+1. I am interested in that sugar and the saffron, especially with the cardamom. So I'm jealous that you have that because that is the one that I just pulled up on my want list is the 7+1. Okay, great. Now that I know that someone else has the brand, I can go ahead and purchase it. It's like that confirmation that you need, like that someone else has touched or experienced it, and you're like, okay, now I can go ahead and do it. Or is that just me? I'm just maybe that word. Hello, Yumis. How are you doing? I love you. What's going on? What are you smelling? What are you wearing? It smells like Portrait of a Lady by FredericMalle, same scent profile. Okay, perfect. I did experience that fragrance. Don't shun me, but I just experienced that fragrance for my first time last month. So there is Portrait of a Lady. I did just experience that hair. I did just experience this for my first time last month. I never experienced a FredericMalle before. I really did like it. There's a jamminess about it, which is really enjoyable. Beautiful rose. I also have, I know it's not FredericMalle per se, but I did get also a sample of the Acne Studios. What a bar of soap. If you want the most fresh, soapy fragrance, they did aldehydes really right there in Acne Studios, I believe. In my opinion. Hello, Eric. How are you doing? Welcome in. If you're coming in, please let me know what your scent of the day or the night is. Post the name in Discord. Okay, I will. Of Diato, I definitely will. Back to Berry Her since I replaced it yesterday. Yes, Ray. And I'm so glad that you were smoking and winning tonight over there on TikTok. I'm glad that you got the Burberry Her. Now, if I do believe, did you say it was the elixir? I'm here because I need to direct myself away from all of this wildfire content. Distract. Yes, I hope you're staying safe, Yumes. I feel like a horrible asshole. I messaged Jason and some other people, but I didn't message you. I'm so sorry from the bottom of my whole heart. I hope you're doing well and I love you. And if you need to escape, come see me. The soap wasn't your vibe, Alicia? It's very soapy, but I think in a really like bright and clean way, and soapy where it was like soap bubbles, very round and soft. Yes, Cartier, I do love gourmands. There's not very many notes or fragrances that I don't like, but I do enjoy gourmands. What do you got in mind? The elixir, Ray, is so yummy. So I think before I send off your package, I will make sure to go through my packages and see if I have anything that is Burberry Her Elixir adjacent. And everyone who's in here, Terrence, welcome in. Everyone who's in the chat, let Ray know your recommendations for a Burberry Her adjacent fragrance. That's the one that she loves and she wants to explore more. Check out Montal Lucky Candy and thank me later. Okay, I'm going to write it down right now. Funny thing that you mentioned, just even that name Candy, I did get a recent discovery set from Chanceux, and it has a fragrance inside called Effin' Candy. And I'm excited to smell it. So let's do it now, actually. Okay, so let's get a scent strip. And I have no idea where my sticky pad went. Oh, there it is. All right. right, so I need to write down. Josh, welcome in. How are you? What is your scent of the night? Montal Lucky Candy. Describe it in 3 words, Venkatier, please. Great to see you, Terrence. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're okay, Yooms. Sorry for not reaching out to you. No, I'm just talking about all fragrances, Yooms. Thank you so much, Carolyn. I love you. Thank you for that feedback. It's so much appreciated. I hear you, I see you, and I appreciate you. It's good, Ray. Too sweet for me, though. The effing candy? It's supposed to smell like Kale, bougie, yummy, yummy, yummy gun drop or whatever. Oh, yeah. Marshmallow. Josh is wearing the Halfeti Black Rose by Saharoff. That is a really great rose fragrance. Kix sent me one of those decants, and I really did like that a lot. And or Labelle something. Labelle. The Labelle, the Japacatier. Okay, so this discovery set did include several samples, but one of them here is the effin candy. Okay, thank you, Terrence. Too sweet for you, huh? Sweet in like saccharine sweet or like fruit sweet. There's a different sweetness to me. Let me know what type of sweetness you're talking about. Okay, let's get a scent strip going here. And let's smell effing candy. Okay, so I'm getting a round vision in my head. So it's very spherical. There is an aerosol effect that's happening. I'm seeing space in between the notes, so they have room to kind of dance around. It's not dense, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. There's a fluffiness that's going on. It definitely smells like there is blue, pink. Those are the main colors that I'm seeing in my mind. I understand what you're talking about with the sweeting. Yeah. Okay, there, Terrence, I just read your note. It is fruity and candy sweet, both. Then Cartier says, Barbie, if she was bedazzled in red velvet crystals, wearing only Louboutins shoes, she is the ultimate sexy lady of all time. Well, I said 3 words, but I will take that because it's so much better. I love that description. Thank you. I just smelled Beyonce Heat the other day, and I was talking about this long description of how it made me feel about rubbing legs with other people in bed. And so, like, I love that you go there with your descriptions. Okay, so it smells like there is, to me, this is very interesting, but it smells like there's a mix of red hot candies, those red hot cinnamon candies, and like watermelon slices. Sandalwood. It's got to be cotton candy. There's a fluffy cotton candy, sweet. And I can't even really describe what the floral is, or even if there is a floral in here. But I'm seeing blue. I'm seeing pink. Let's pull the colors. You know what? There's even kind of like a butterscotch color as well. So I would say these are the colors that I am seeing for Effin' Candy by Chanceux. Now, if I remember correctly, I think this is a fragrance that was inspired by Daniel Renee. Anna, welcome in. How are you doing? Let me know what your scent of the night is. You like those colors, Ray? So it's interesting. This is the best way for me to represent what I see in my mind. They're obviously not bars like this. It's usually more like watercolors, but those are kind of what I see. And within those colors that I'm seeing, they're bound inside this invisible sphere. And then all around that is cotton candy. So it's this whole view of just cotton candy, like you're on top of a cotton candy cloud. And then there's this large invisible sphere with these watercolors of butterscotch, pink, and blue swirling inside. And that's literally the image that I see in my mind when I smell things. I get images like that. And it's not like that every single time, but that's how I'm describing what I see right now. It's very interesting. Joel, hello, welcome in. Antonia, how are you both doing? Please let us know what your scent of the night is. I am smelling Effin' Candy from Chanceux. And I was just talking about the colors, and I smell sandalwood, cotton candy, red hots, and watermelon. That's what I smell. If you are watching this in the replay, let me know what your experience with Chanceux is and what some of your favorite fragrances are. I did a scented pages, so go watch that on my Instagram. And I also do believe I have my full replays of those going up on my YouTube as well. So go subscribe. Doing okay. So, Anna, we're eating juicy apple this morning. I don't know what I'll wear to bed just yet. Okay. Joel is wearing Sphinx Black Anubis. Then we've got Phoebus in, and we've got Chris from StatikOlfactive. Welcome in and welcome back. Glad to see that you're here. If y'all don't know, StatikOlfactive does offer some perfumes, and I do believe I have yours around. Yes, I do. So this has gone through some reiterations recently, but it is still available under a new name called The Forbidden Temple. And so this is the fragrance from StatikOlfactive. Hello, Mother. Welcome in. You're late. So beautiful bottle. Love the marble tops of this. I know some of the new bottles have been revamped. This is a older bottle. And if you want, to me, it smells like jasmine tea. Very soapy at the beginning for me. And then it just turns into this wild, yet it's like the perfect yin and yang. There's an energy with it, but at the same time, there's a calmness and a tranquility. This is all about the jasmine, and that is by StatikOlfactive The Forbidden Temple. So if you have not checked out Chris, please go do. Also, one of the other fragrances that Chris offers is Into the Wild by one of my favorite personal perfumers, and I've taken classes from him as well, Darren Allen. Love, love, love. So go check out StatikOlfactive. Mother, you're okay. I'm just so glad that you are here now. Okay. Effin' Candy. Let's take a look at the website and let's see what it says and what it's about. And Brenda, welcome in. How are you doing? Did you smell caramel swirl already? Anna, I did a full scented pages on Chanceux and it's on my page. Let me take a look. But yes, I have smelled caramel swirl. And it's right here as well. Would you like me to smell it? Let's do it. So yes, I do have a caramel swirl. You do, Ray. You like sandalwood? Perfect. Thank you for letting me know that, because I think there's something that I will send you if you like sandalwood. I have been learning to love sandalwood recently, so I used to avoid those types of fragrances, but then I've met some sandalwoods that I do like, and it's not Le Lambos. And it's made me reevaluate sandalwood. I can't stand the... I don't know why that one is the pillar for sandalwood, but I digress. All right, so caramel swirl. Let's spray this, and then we'll look up the notes for effing candy. So again, we are just smelling some fragrances from Chanceux right now. Okay, oh, so caramel swirl is the only Chanceux that you have. Okay, gotcha. Hello, Aunt Brenda, welcome in. Lucky, if you're not following Lucky, who is the perfumer for Chanceux, he was just on TikTok and gave away like 10 bottles of his newest fragrance, which is supposed to smell like Skittles. Go follow. He gives fragrances away all the time. Beast mode. They're all extrait de parfum, except for this new Skittles one. I think it's called Burst of Joy, and it's his first EDP. Oh. This is very, very enjoyable. To me, this smells like a steaming cinnamon bun. I can even feel like the steam that's coming off of it. I'm seeing that in my mind. And it's not what I was going to think. For some reason, I think it was going to be too sweet, too saccharine. But this has a really good balance of like buttery and caramel. So it rides it just perfectly. Julian, welcome in. It's good to see you. Brian, thanks for joining us. Let us know what your scent of the evening is. Okay, so effing candy. Going back to that one really quick. This one on the notes, it says in the head, there's green apple, cotton candy. In the heart, bubblegum, caramel, jasmine, watermelon. And in the hind, sandalwood and vanilla. I definitely get the cotton candy and the sandalwood and the watermelon. Yummy fragrance. I think this would do really, really great in hotter weather. But I've been experimenting with freshies in the winter, and those things pop off on the cold weather. So wear fragrances whenever the hell you want. Okay, so there's a buttery quality to this caramel swirl. It smells like I just opened the oven. I've pulled them out. I've laid them on top of the counter. And now I'm just waiting for them to cool down so that they don't burn my mouth. Brian is wearing Supreme L'Homme Extreme by Fragrance World. Stacks, what it do? How are you doing? What is your scent of the night? We're just smelling some fragrances from Chanceux right now, and I'm smelling caramel swirl. Buttery, cinnamon, dough. That's exactly what I'm getting from this. Ooh, Anna, yeah, I could agree with you on that. A little almondy marzipan. Brian says it's an amazing gem under $20. Almond, pink pepper, plum, leather, tobacco, patchouli. Plum and tobacco are two of my favorite scents together. I might need to go look at that one. Thank you for sharing. Yes, mother, you are the musk queen. I always remembered and have scent memories connected to musk perfumes and you. I always kind of remember seeing Jovan Musk around as well. And I enjoy it to this day too, still. You know what? It feels like this one, and I'm not saying that, I'm not comparing these at all. These are the scent connections that my brain makes inside my head. Perfumes Kuwait, how are you doing? So I know for a doubt that Britney Spears' Fantasy Intense has white chocolate cupcake in it. And I smell some qualities of that in here. So I smell like a white chocolate coconut Ferrero Rocher. Have you ever had those Ferrero Rochers with the white ones with the coconut on the outside? It's exactly what this is. Almondy, white chocolate, coconut, sweet. And buttery. There's like a buttery quality that I'm getting it from it as well. Ray, I just talked about it in my last video, which is up on my YouTube. I just sprayed Blissful Fantasy from Britney Spears. So I just purchased this one recently. And I love most of the Fantasy line. My favorite, and I'll send this to you as well, because it's like white chocolate cupcake, Fantasy Intense. If you have never smelled this, look at that dent I got in her, and I only got her a couple months ago. So good. I'll make sure to include this one, decant of this one in your package. So yummy. Okay, so let's take a look at Caramel Swirl. All right, so this has in the head, caramel, heart, white chocolate, hind, vanilla, coconut. Simple, easy, not too sweet. I don't think this is very offensive at all. Hell, I would always kind of hear other people, they're like, it's beast mode. They're just really strong with Shansu. And they are. But there are some of there that are just everyday go-tos that would be easy to wear. Midnight Cherry is one of them. I also believe Caramel Swirl is one of those. If you want to be a snack, wear this one because there's something about it that has this unctuous, buttery quality, and I just want to take like a little bite. I just want to bite it. So good. So this discovery set came with Caramel Swirl, Effin' Candy, Honey Cuffs, Mango Passion, Marshmallow Island, Midnight Cherry, Vanilla Matrimony, Velveena, Lavion, and Tavora. Again, I got a full set of pages up on my Instagram. So if you want to see what I think, and I have a couple other friends on there as well about Shansu, go watch that one. Spoiler alert. Layer Velveena and Midnight Cherry, your panties will melt. It's delicious. So again, that is from Shansu. You're so right, Alicia. That's exactly what it is. It's like, they first come out and they go bam, bam, and they like jab you, and then they say they're sorry, and they give you a hug, and then cook you like the best dessert you've ever eaten. And it makes up for it all. It really, really does. I love it. Okay, so let's take a look at, here we're going to get into another one. So here is another fragrance that I bought in 2024. This is Britney Spears Fantasy Intimate Edition. Like I said, I usually love the Fantasy line. There's always something about like cupcake and chocolate that goes along with it. The Blissful Fantasy that I tried last night was a cantaloupe bomb, which totally threw me for the left field because that's not what I expect from the Fantasy line. It's always like cupcake dessert theme. And to be all about that cantaloupe was just like, what? Kind of confused me. They are strong enough. Okay. Have you smelled Muffin Man? No, I have not, Terrence. Please tell us. Did you get to experience it? Okay, so this is Fantasy Intimate. I haven't tried any Fantasy. Intimate was in my cart. Ooh, okay. Well, I will give you an update of what I think. Here is the bottle. Usually they do have a clear bottle. So every now and then they switch things up. They always change the color of the jewel as well to match like the theme. Let me show you the Blissful Fantasy. This one was clear. So they keep the same bottle design, but always change it to the theme that they're trying to advertise towards. They don't last very long at all, but they are, for the price and stuff, I think that they are pretty good fragrances. A lot of them are done by Claudier, who is a really great perfumer. And so I've had good luck with the Britney Spears Fantasy fragrances. Okay, this one again is called Intimate Edition. Soft. Ozonic. This feels like I'm in the clouds. It feels like there is forever in front of me. Lemon. Jasmine. Musk. Ozonic, lemon, jasmine, musk. Again, this is just so interesting because the Britney Spears brand used to be so about that dessert and like a cupcake specifically. And now that I've smelt this Blissful Intense and now this Intimate Edition, they both are kind of going off left field a bit, which I don't mind, but I don't smell cupcake here. It smells like a fresh blueberry muffin. Is it steaming, Terrence? Is the steam coming off of it as well? I love it when the steam comes off of it. I would say maybe there's even magnolia or gardenia in here, like a creamy white floral. Antonia, you have the dark purple fantasy one. The fantasy collection is so nostalgic. Oh, they are. And if you want to know some tea about that, actually, look up, I think it's Estee Lauder or L'Oreal, Sue's for the Britney Spears brands. So there was insiders, I believe it was Estee Lauder, who had the contract for Britney Spears brands to make their perfume. And some of their internal employees poached the contract, took it to a different brand who signed the contract. And so I don't know if any of these fragrances are done by the new brand as of yet, but they will be. Sorry, it's Elizabeth Arden. It's right here on the bottom. So no, these are still done by Elizabeth Arden, but no more. Britney Spears fragrances will be done by a new company. Let's see what happens. But I really enjoy the Fantasy line. Ooh, it's getting more purple now. So I'm seeing yellow, blue, brown, and purple. Here's the colors that I'm seeing for Britney Spears Fantasy Intimate Edition. Yeah, I would say that. I would say, Anna, it is more closer to the skin. It feels a little bit more subdued. It is very musky. So yeah, I would say that it would be the intimate edition because it does feel a little bit. So musks do a couple things to me. They either do this, which I know it seems weird because they do this, which like excites and gives energy to the fragrance. Solidly scented. Welcome in. How are you doing? What is your scent of the evening? Either musks do this, or they do this, where they extend out like this, or they do this, and they make things come in. If you smell musks in their raw form and put it into just one note, the different type of musk, so you put it in Rose de Mai, and you put the different musks in each different Rose de Mai, and then you smell what the musk does to each one. The Rose de Mai doesn't change, but the musk changes the Rose de Mai. And in my mind, I experience either the spiky energy, the long, this way as well, and that gives space to the notes, or I feel something that's closed in, which is that spherical thing in my mind. And there's a containment, which means closer. Very interesting how my mind works. Oh, now there is a powderiness that's coming through. Not powder, but powderiness, the texture of it. But this is ultra musky. This would be a really great fragrance to wear to bed. This would also be a really great fragrance to wear in the dead of heat. I love what musks do when it is dead hot. Interesting, because I don't know, or I'm not smelling any type of like gourmand note in there. And the Britney Spears fantasies were mainly known for being like the gourmands. Mom, what are you doing tonight? After this live, I can come over, bring us some of these fragrances, and I can dye your hair. We're going to dye my mom's hair blue, everyone. I'll show you the color, actually. It's from Brad Mondo. It's called X Mondo. I love their semi-permanent hair dyes because you don't have to bleach anything. They go in, they wash out pretty easily, and they're not permanent. So they're like fun to like change stuff up. And with my dark hair anyway, it's really hard for me to get any type of like results. But they do make some really good colors that do show off a little something. Yeah, I can come over tonight. I think a bad decision for Brit, but we shall see. You know what? I don't know so much how much Britney Spears was involved with that, because I'm sure she has people who, you know, manage her Britney Spears brands. But it definitely was shady of those Elizabeth Arden employees they took the formulas. They took the contract details. They had managed that account for so long that they knew so many intimate, haha, pun intended, details about the accounts that when they negotiated the contract with this new brand, there was literally nothing Elizabeth Arden could do. This contract was signed, sealed, delivered. Elizabeth Arden lost the contract. So all they could do was sue the people for the damages because of it. But contract's already gone, bye-bye, and it's with a new brand. And I don't know who they are. It's on the tip of my tongue. B something brands. B Perfume something. I think they manage one other perfume brand, but that's going to be interesting to find out what happens. Okay, so again, this is Britney Spears Fantasy Intimate Edition. Fragrantica says that this was launched in 2015, and it's got lychee. I don't smell that at all. Maybe on skin I will. Always spray on skin. It can make the total difference between you liking a fragrance and not. So as I'm spraying here just on paper, I always recommend to spray on skin. So lychee, Italian lemon, violet. Ooh, violet leaf. That's adding to that ozonic, that space, that feeling is the violet leaf. So lychee, Italian lemon, and violet leaf in the head. Brown sugar, ozonic notes, Jeanette, jasmine and lily of the valley in the heart, and vanilla, white musk, heliotrope, and benzoin in the hind. I have no idea what Jeanette is. Let's research that because I never heard of her. Yes, Carolyn, at the very beginning, that was the initial sniff, was lemon. It's dried down a little bit and mixed with the other things, but lemon was very prevalent there. And Brenda, are you at my mom's house too? Okay, Jeanette is a musk. And it's showing a animal. It looks like a feline type animal. Cherie, welcome in. How are you doing, darling? It's always good to see you in here. So, I don't know exactly. That could be adding to this musk. Again, I'm saying this is very musky. So it could be that Jeanette as well. I've just never heard of that note. So this says it has two types of musk, white musk and Jeanette. I'll be damned. Right there, just then, for a second, I got the Fantasy Intense white chocolate cupcake. God, these brands are so good sometimes when they can do that. How does lychee, Italian lemon, violet leaf, ozonic notes, jasmine, benzoin, and heliotrope and vanilla turn into a white chocolate cupcake? Just for a second. Maybe it's the brown sugar that ties it all together. That was Britney Spears Fantasy Intimate Edition. You'll be sure to tell her that she's feline. If it's in your cart, I think I paid $13.99 for this. Not a bad decision to buy it. It smells great. And I think I will update y'all too when I actually wear it on skin. The brown sugar is starting to kick up now. But a beautiful musky fragrance. So if you like musks, definitely keep that one on your radar. Okay, so the next fragrance that I got is the wildly popular Sweet Tooth by Sabrina Carpenter. Let me know if you have smelled this fragrance. It had its heyday for a while there, and I am always the anti-hero, so I'm like, no, I'm never going to get that. And now that I don't see much people talk about it anymore, I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and buy it and see what the fuss was about. Cherie's sample of the scent of the day is a sample of PDM Ocean. Ooh, what's in that one? Okay. Antonia has been slowly getting into musky perfumes too. When it's mixed with the right notes, it smells good. Lise Waiter Neige, I'm not going to say that right at all, has a crisp, fresh musk smell, but it's really nice. I am going to take a screenshot of that because I want to smell. You have a sample of Sweet Tooth. I purchased it for my daughter for her birthday. Oh, the Sweet Tooth? I guess that says it all, right? You purchased it for your daughter and not for yourself. So great, I'm going to love it. I honestly don't know who Sabrina Carpenter is. Is she an actress or a singer? What she do? New number, Sabrina. Who dis? Okay, so this is Sweet Tooth. All right, so let's smell Sweet Tooth from Sabrina Carpenter. cute packaging. Yeah, cute packaging. Looks like a chocolate bar, a pink chocolate bar. Perfumes de Marley Ojan. Got it, girl. Okay. A singer? Okay, I don't know who Sabrina Carpenter is. I saw her, I think, on Saturday Night Live or something like that once. And I still didn't understand who she was after that episode, so. Okay, so this is fluffy. It's sweet. It smells a little bit like brown sugar, cotton candy. For some reason, I always see in my mind a red berry with cotton candy. What do you think that association is in my mind? I don't necessarily smell a red berry here in the fragrance, but in my mind specifically, when I see cotton candy, I always see like small little red berries associated with that. What is the connection there? I need a therapist. So I would say this smells like marshmallow, coconut milk, cashmere musk. And specifically why I say cashmere musk is because cashmere musk gives me this smoothness, this texture. Jason, thank you for gracing us with your beautiful presence. We are so grateful that you are here. Why are you late? I hope you're doing well. Marshmallow, whipped cream, cotton candy, coconut milk, and jasmine. Okay, so interesting. Even though I think there's cotton candy, this is a contrast to the other fragrance that I just smelled that I was saying had cotton candy. So in that one, I was seeing blue and pink, which I think most people associate with the stereotypical cotton candy. This one, no blue, no pink. I am seeing a dark chocolate brown and just like white with this silver outline on everything. So silver is not prominent in the actual vision in my mind, but everything that I see in the vision is outlined in silver. Very interesting. Here are the colors. I kept wanting to say scents. These are the colors that I am seeing for Sweet Tooth by Sabrina Carpenter. I like them both. It could definitely be used to layer with. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes, to layer, I can see it, but normally I wouldn't layer. I'm lazy. My daughter is 23 and she loves smelling sweet. She has been pairing it with Valentino, born in Roma. I would say that this has kind of a Ariana Grande Cloud vibe, but I enjoy Cloud more because of the lavender that's in there. This doesn't have that aromatic freshness to it. And then even in Cloud Intense, it's like burnt sugar. This doesn't have burnt sugar. This is like whipped cream marshmallow, like even heavy cream. Almost like you're taking cream through the stages of making a whipped cream. You know what I mean? Like it's liquidy at first, smooth, viscous. And then as you're beating it, you get it to those like stiff peaks into the whipped cream. Very interesting. Oh, there's a brown sweet tooth as well. Bet that one's chocolate version, right? Oh, and that's what Alicia is saying, that you've layered both of those together. So yes, again, here are the colors that I'm seeing for Sweet Tooth by Sabrina Carpenter. Well, thank you very much, Antonia. If you haven't heard my story before, I do have synesthesia. And so when I smell fragrances, I get in my mind's eye images, movies, that like little gifs that like play, colors, textures, and it helps me associate with you what I'm seeing by showing you the colored pencils. For a long time, I would just describe and even like try to pull out. I have them over here, actually. I have like little color cards, but it was so hard to go through all these color cards and try to find the exact color. And then there's so many. Is it this exact color, or is it a little bit more? So I just went and got colored pencils, and that has helped to be beneficial to describe what I'm seeing in my mind. It is wild in here when I smell fragrances. I can tell someone that I've been to like the Calabrian coast. Do I know where that is exactly? No. But is my mind taking me there? Hell yeah. And it's so much fun. It also might be some type of form of deteriorating mental health. I might need to get it checked. All right. And look at that. We just talking about Ariana Grande Cloud. We do have one as a backup. This is my partner's favorite fragrance, so that's why I have a backup. Oh, we didn't check the notes for Sweet Tooth. Let's check the notes for Sweet Tooth. I wonder who the perfumer is. I wonder if they'll notice it. Okay, so Sweet Tooth came out in 2022. The perfumer is Gil Clavier. I'm glad that they named a perfumer. Love that. And it has in the head marshmallow, chocolate, non-existent to me. Candied ginger, non-existent to me. Bergamot. In the heart, Madagascar vanilla, coconut milk, jasmine, and in the hind, whipped cream, sugar, musk, cashmere wood. Got it. Interesting. I don't smell the chocolate or the ginger at all. No, it smells like Cloud from Ariana Grande, which is not a bad thing at all. Not a bad thing at all. Now tell me about the longevity. Y'all in here, tell me about the longevity. Because it's like, what, $12.99 for that fragrance? It's very inexpensive. Oh, Carolyn, you're so sweet. I really love fragrances too and collect them as well. I love that, Antonia. If you love fragrances just as much as we do, I do have an IG channel that you can join. We're always talking fragrances in there. I also have a Discord. We're always talking fragrances in there. I would love to be able to explore more with you. And if you ever want to join me on a live, I would love that as well. I've got a fragrance club called Scented Pages, and that's exactly what it's for. So let's chat. Send me a DM. Let's talk. Does Orris Vanille remind you of any other scent? Not that I have experienced, Anna, but to me it smells like peanut butter. There's something in there that I feel like is peanut butter nougaty, if that makes any sense. There's like it's not fluffy, but at the same time, it does have like a pull to it. And so for some reason in my mind, I keep seeing peanut butter nougat. What fragrance are you getting? What do you smell? Lauren, Happy New Year and blessings to you. I hope you are doing well. And I hope your year is very harmonizing. Okay. But yes, there's something in there that reminds me of peanut butter nougat. I don't know why. It's very lemony at the very top. It's effervescent and herbaceous. And so why I get a connection with peanut butter, I have no idea, but I suspect it has something to do with like the incense and the orris. Oh my y'all. If you have not smelled Orris Vanille from Banana Republic, she good. So good. These extracts have blown my panties off, and I really do enjoy them a lot. My next adventure is to layer Orris Vanille with tobacco and tonka bean. Get the hell out. But something about this on my skin turns into peanut butter nougat. What fragrance do you think it smells like, Anna? Now I want to know. You can't ask a question like that and then just leave me hanging. But the jamminess in Monday Rose, oh my gosh. It's like marmalade, preserves, thick, jammy. And you're just taking all of it and smearing it onto a canvas. Instead of painting with watercolors, you're painting with rose water marmalade. So good. This one's called Monday Rose. Delish, delish, delish. Stop it, Anna. Stop it. 50% off? Okay, send me the code, will you please? Or is it just auto-applied? Like, I want to blind buy a Banana Republic scent I haven't smelt yet. Ooh, okay. Well, have you smelled Rosewood Amore? That one is really, really nice. I do like that one. I also recommend Black Platinum. It's a yummy lemon and cactus scent. Dry, even though cactus is wet or contains water. Very interesting one. Pure White is always chaste and adorable and perfect for any occasion. Vintage Green, Meadow Rain, Grassland, Mauritian Pink Pepper, Moroccan Orange Blossom. Those are some of the ones that I would throw out there. Cordovan Vintage. Those are some of the ones I would throw out there. If you're going to get 50% off, though, and you're going to do the extracts, first off, get them all at 50% off. But Morning Jasmine is very, very sharp. Tons of jasmine. Monday Rose is a berry marmalade with rose. And then that Orris Vanille is aromatic, incense, orris, and lemon. I would go with Orris Vanille. It's tickled my bones in the most beautiful way. I love that one. Okay. Thank you for the code. I am screenshotting right now. Oh, don't you be mean to me like that. Perfect. Okay, got it. Thank you, Anna. You have not tried them, Antonia? Yes, it's down in here as well. Burlington, if you're in the US, Burlington, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Ross do get them, and they get them at a very, very good price. In the US, and it's, at least for me in the US and in some other places, So Avant-Garde is like the official delivery spot of Banana Republic. And so when they came out with those 3 new extracts, that was the only place to buy them. And bitch, I did. Carolyn, you like the Meadow Rain? Violet Leaves, lemon, sharp, metallic, such a good fragrance. It makes me also feel a little petrichor-like I am in the rain. Yes, Alicia, they're so cheap. Except for Carolyn. Every time we show that I got these fragrances at my Burlington, she goes to hers and she's like, mine sucks. And you would not be disappointed with Monday Rose. Again, it's very, very jammy and not sweet, but there's this quality of like thick fruits in this gelatinous jam. And then I can see myself like spreading it on top of rose petals. So good. So yummy. Asia 30 gives 30% off site-wide except for Mind Games and then 10% for Mind Games. Perfect. I love when they do that. They always have those like, they're like 4 times a year where they have these like huge, large sales. I do love So Avant-Garde. You're from Canada, Antonia. We have the Banana Republic store Frontier too. But that's the problem with Banana Republic. They do not sell in their stores. They rarely sell in their outlets. And they don't sell on their online shop. They're horrible at advertising their fragrances. But I love them. And I am always shouting them out to the roofs because one day I will somehow be the outlet for Banana Republic fragrances. They're going to sponsor me one day. I see it in my mind's eye. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Is it jammy like Atomic Rose? Is that the one from Essential Parfums? Because I just got my first Essential Parfums Discovery set. So I have not smelled that yet. But if you're talking about Atomic Rose from Essential Parfums, which I believe you are, I will be smelling that fragrance here very, very soon. Caroline wants to get the pomegranate one and Tuberose, please. I'd be glad to send you the cash. Thank you. Oh my gosh, absolutely. I'm going to write that down, Carolyn. Carolyn wants Tuberose Overdose and pomegranate. Velvet pomegranate. Perfect. I'll keep my eye out for you. They only have classic in their stores. I went last week. Yeah, and the classic is just such a throwaway, actually, that it doesn't even count. Hello, following my nose. How are you doing? Initio. Anna, as you can see, I thought it was from a different brand, so no, I've not smelled it. I haven't smelled anything jammy like that before. The only thing that I can relate it to, in my experience, is Portrait of a Lady. There's something very berry and kind of jammy, not as much in Monday Rose, but there is a tint of berry and jam in Portrait of a Lady to me with the rose, and I'm getting this same vibe, but times 10. Very jammy, thick, dark, berry jam. Delicious. Oh, yes it was. Okay, thank you. Hello, following my nose. What are you doing tonight? What is your scent of the evening? You're testing Angelique Noir and Rose Barber right now. Both gorgeous. Rose Barber. Is that Guerlain? Who does Rose Barber? Please tell me. But they told me it sells big time, I guess, for older men. Which one? Yeah, let us know. You're like, I need to wait for the snow and the ice to melt. All right, we're going to round out the evening with one more Britney Spears fragrance. And this one is Candied Fantasy. So, love the Britney Spears fragrances. I have enjoyed them. They're fun. They're playful. This one was $9.99. So again, for $10, why not try it, right? The classic sells to old men all the time. It's a throwaway fragrance. I don't enjoy it that much myself. See, I do believe I have it. All of the fragrances that I have is just from Banana Republic. This is my whole top shelf. So we've got Classica quoi? Oh, I guess I don't. The one that I have is modern. This is the one that they sell in the store as well, usually, pretty often is the modern as well. I just have them because I'm a Banana Republic freak, but the moderns and the classics, you can just like bypass those ones. But if you ever do find a Rosewood Amore out in the wild, grab this. So good. First off, the bottle is so adorable. Look at this bottle. Such a cool bottle. I really do love this. And it's a saffron bomb. Saffron and sugar. So yummy. One of my favorites. It's creeping up its way to be the number one, which is tobacco and tonka bean. But this one is Rosewood Amore. And then, I do have to show you this because no one ever knows about these. But if you ever do find the Wander line out in the wild, get them. They are so good. This is the Wander line from Banana Republic. They are delish and yummy. Love them so much. One of them is upside down. Apologies. But from these ones, Mauritian Pink Pepper, Moroccan Orange Blossom, Big Sur Cedar, they're all so great. And those ones are from the Wander line. Look at the bottles. So cute. Fetty, welcome in. How are you doing? They're really simplistic bottles. But these are some of the simplest office appropriate fragrances, and they're from Banana Republic. Love that. Thank you, Mother. This is the shirt that Aunt Terry got me. I'm glad that they're affordable. Yes. It's basic classic. That's it. Basic. Rosewood Amore. Okay, take your notes. It's so good, Alicia. Okay. Back to Britney. Leave Britney alone. You know what? The only place that I saw the Wander line come back up is at the Banana Republic outlets. All right, so this one is Candied Fantasy. I like the color of this one. It's got like a little pearlescent or glitter to it, which is pretty cute. And let's sniff. Oh, a kaleidoscope of colors that's happening here. So first off, this girl reminds me of Sandy after she's turned bad and she's got the leather jacket on and she's smoking. And there's that moment where she looks over at the girls and they're like, you know, like, put the cigarette out. Like, this coyness. And then you turn the corner and it's bad bitch. I see someone blowing bubble gum. I seriously see it. She's got shorter hair, all in these ringlet curls, Marilyn Monroe type hair. She's blowing a bubble with bubble gum, but the bubble gum is yellow. Like as it's coming out and it pops into a yellow bubble. Red lips, blonde hair, Marilyn Monroe style, yellow bubble gum, leather jacket that says Pink Ladies on the back. What is going on? I wish you guys could plug into here and just like watch the GIFs that play because they're so funny. Okay, so I smell bubblegum in here as well. So there's like an And it's not, usually when I smell a bubble gum in a fragrance, it kind of has like a powderiness to it, like Bazooka Joe bubble gum. This doesn't. This doesn't have the powder. Strawberry. The cupcake is back. This one definitely has the cupcake. Hello, Chris. Welcome in. How are you doing? I am smelling Britney Spears Candied Fantasy. We will look up the year here, Carolyn. So, strawberry bubblegum. The Lily of the Valley is back. And that always gives me that chaste, coquettish, coy feeling that I'm getting. And then cupcake. So this is a strawberry bubblegum cupcake. It is really yummy. It's making me smile. There is a jovial feeling to this. Jovial? What is jovial? I was trying to put two words together. Juvenile and jovial. This has a juvenile and jovial feeling to it. Very easy. It's got the cupcake. It came back with strawberry bubblegum. Very interesting. That one is called Candied Fantasy. All right, let's take a look at the notes. Yeah, there's something, again, I see someone blowing that bubble gum. It's yellow, but there's definitely that cupcake note that is usually persistent in all of the Britney Spears fantasy fragrances. With this one, I am seeing yellow. I'm also seeing the color salmon. And I'm seeing red. So these are the colors that I am seeing for Britney Spears Candied Fantasy. Okay, so this one was launched in 2024, and thank you, Alicia, for backing me up on that. This one does not have the perfumer, but in the head is bubblegum, strawberry, orange. Okay, in the heart is hibiscus, lily of the valley, jasmine sambac, and in the hind, cupcake, musk, and sandalwood. This is a true to the line fantasy. Not saying that the others I don't enjoy. I just probably wouldn't have put them in the fantasy line. That was the intimate and the blissful fantasy. But Candied Fantasy and the aforementioned Fantasy Intense. If you see these around, grab them because these ones are no-brainer. I say yes, go for it, especially for the price that you find them. They are so, so good. Electric colors, you like those ones? All right, that is going to be the live for tonight. I am going to go head over and help my mother with her hair and wish you all a great weekend. I am going to be having a impromptu scented pages coming up this weekend. We are going to be sniffing either Blocky or Dianam, which I don't know where the sample set is right now exactly, or Maison Dieto. So we've got a couple options. And if you're still here, make sure that you tune in on Monday and Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, because I'm going to be having scented pages of Viva More. I have some guests that are going to join with me. So make sure that you join me on Monday. So Scented Pages weekend. It's going to roll into the next week on Monday and Tuesday. I will see you there. Thank you for being here and have a great night. Bye.